Hello, all, and welcome to the zoo.
Why am I here?
Minions of the Zoo is a lovable ragtag group of misfits that sprang up initially as a fan group to Ranting Monkey, Scribe-Light, Some Dumb American, and their joint Lords of the Night livestream show. Late night discussions in Discord quickly evolved into streams of their own, with each member bringing something new and different to the table for discussion. Led by the incomparable Reject PPC and the One-Ton Hammer, the group rotates hosts known as Zookeepers.
Hello everybody and welcome to Minions of the Zoo. I am your host for this evening, One-Ton Hammer.
I will be your zookeeper tonight, Reject.
Alright, and welcome to the zoo. I am the Lucky Pop-Tart Inquisitor.
Sanguine.
Skep Tock.
I'm Prospero.
Fat Platypus.
Chaosy. And I'm Della Hazed.
Regular streamers, they're known as minions. And special guests are known as traveling exhibits. They're on a nightly basis, so that each show has something unique and fresh for our audience. Minions of the Zoo currently streams at 10:30 Central Standard, 11:30 Eastern Standard Time.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Minions of the Zoo. I'm the sub for this evening, Adam of Clan Veggie, and I managed to wrangle a Terry Salt out of from down under to hang out with me today.
Hello.
Well, once again, I'm covering for Quiz. He's still taking care of work stuff, so I told him I'd cover his shift for today. Yeah, so, how you doing, future man? It's Tuesday over there.
Yeah, I'm doing well. How about you?
I'm doing alright. It's fucking hot as shit today. Not gonna lie.
It's surprisingly hot for a winter day down here. It's actually sunny.
Oh, yeah?
So, yeah.
Hey.
We both got the sun out by the sounds of it.
Yeah, I just know the only bad thing is when it's really hot out, usually it means it's gonna storm pretty badly afterwards, and I'm not really looking forward to that.
No, storms are not good.
Nah.
But, in Australia, that's not a concern. A sunny day just means that it's Australia. It's just like, we get a lot of them.
How was your weekend?
I mean, every day's the weekend for me, really. So, I mean, it was fine. I did have a plumber this morning, and it's like, I couldn't, like, I keep forgetting just how expensive they are.
Oh,
It was like $550 to
Holy shit.
have him come out. So, that bit of a dent in the wallet, but needed to be done. So,
was it a major repair work or?
no, a few leaky taps. But I mean, they were leaking pretty bad, so I had to get them sorted out.
Yeah. Well, hey, they they went for the schooling for it, so.
Yeah, I think he kind of picked up on the fact that I know absolutely nothing about plumbing, and he kind of just, we'll give him the know nothing about plumbing prices.
Yeah, they tend to do that.
Yeah.
No more
Oops,
honest work.
I said hey to the wrong person.
You-
I put Mr. Adam instead of W.R. Clauston. I put the M up, so I put the W upside down and added you instead.
Oh. Haha. Maybe is it
Yes.
Mr. Adam or is it Minions of the Zoo is more evil?
No, I meant to say hi to W.R. Clauston, but I accidentally put Mr. instead of W.R.
Ah.
and so I said hi to you.
Oh yeah, I was noticing that. I was like, wait, dude, we're talking. Yeah. Ugh.
But yeah, other than that, things have been pretty, average. I gave up on Bayonetta because it pissed me off.
You gave up on what?
Bayonetta.
Oh. Which one are you playing? Or were you
I
playing?
think it's the first one. It's the one I've got on Steam. I think it's the first one. But I got up to like the final boss of the chapter, and then it's like, okay, I need a break. I'm gonna stop. And then I realized, oh no, I now would have to redo the entire chapter. It's like, yeah, that's not happening.
Yeah.
Forget it.
You know, it was like that with because I had picked up Star Wars. What's it called? The one where you play a Star Killer. I can't remember what it was called. I just picked it
Oh,
up.
I don't know. I'm not a Star Wars guy, so most of the games I didn't bother playing.
Well, I mean, this one I played on the Wii a long time ago, and I thought it was pretty fun. And I was like, just get a. It was on sale. I was like, it's a fun single player game I could probably play at work. But
The only thing I know about it is that they took the main character and put him in, was it Soul Calibur 4?
oh yeah, oh shit, I forgot about that.
I played Soul Calibur 4, and I was like, who the hell's this guy? And then I looked into it, it's like, oh, he's from some Star Wars game that is also out at the moment.
Yeah, I think
Okay, that makes sense.
it was a weird retcon. I was mainly too, I think, because I've been watching a lot of people talking about Obi-Wan, and
Okay.
and so I was like, I want to get back into the Star Wars again, and watch some of the old movies. And I mean, I'm not gonna watch Obi-Wan. It sounds horrific, to be honest.
Yeah.
I can't believe.
I've not heard anyone say anything good about it.
No, and that's the funny thing is, it's like we know they're gonna double down. We know they're gonna push it all. Oh, it's because you don't like black people. It's like, well, no, the story is horrible. It's like, from what I've been hearing about the reviews, it's like, outside of everything, it makes no sense. I mean, at least with this, when I was playing this, when I remember some of the story, because I think there's two of them. He was just like a clone. This guy was like a clone, and he just keeps going out to do missions for Vader, and that's pretty much it. That's why he doesn't have to be in the other movies, But it's like they want this Obi-Wan to be the story in Obi-Wan. They change a lot of shit. Like, I don't know. I could have sworn that he didn't know. Well, he might have known Vader was Anakin just by stories and shit. But I could have sworn that they never met until the Death Star scene. So them fighting.
I can't tell you. I watched the original trilogy like 20 years ago, and I don't remember fine details about any of it. So I remember like the names of the characters. I know there's a Darth Vader and a Luke Skywalker and all that. But if you're asking what order did events take place, yeah, no idea.
No, I mean, it's been a while. I didn't see the last one. What is it? The Last Skywalker, I think it is. I didn't see that one, only because the other two before it were pretty bad.
I've seen. I think it's called the original trilogy, but like, Empire Strikes Back, the Return of the Jedi, those ones.
So you didn't see the prequels either?
No. So what happened was I was at work and my friend like really loved movies, and he's like, how have you not seen Star Wars? I think, I don't know, it just never came up on my radar. He's like, I'm bringing in the DVDs. You'll watch them this weekend. I was like, all right. So I did, and that was like 20 years ago that I would.
Oh shit! If he gave you the DVDs, were they the ones with the extra special effects stuff?
I couldn't tell you.
Oh.
But I watched them, and it's like, okay. I mean, it's fine. It's not like. I didn't object to watching them. They weren't bad movies or anything. It's just like not really that like great. It's not like I'm now a Star Wars acolyte and I'm gonna watch all of it. Like, no, like okay, decent movies.
Yeah.
I did like Knights of the Old Republic. That was a good game.
Knights of the Old Republic. Oh yeah, wasn't that on well, I'm pretty sure it was on PS2 and everything, but wasn't it on a bigger PC game?
What did I play it on? PC, I reckon.
I think it was on Xbox as well. I know it is now because I think it's on fucking the Switch. They started releasing a whole bunch of old Star Wars games.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I bought it on PC, and then years later I bought it again on Steam, and the Steam version is shit. The original game was good.
don't think those are more RPGs though, right?
Yes, they are.
Yeah. WR Cross Princess Leia is nice to look at.
Can't argue.
I hope you're talking about from the original, because if you're talking about the one from Obi-Wan, I don't know if you should be saying.
Well, I mean, I'm hoping he means
the
as Carrie Fisher looked in the 80s. If he means what Carrie Fisher looks like now, then we might have to take him aside and talk about things you don't say in public.
Yeah, well, maybe he was talking about General Leia from the sequels, where she's flying in space, and he's just thinking about her.
Be.
Yeah. Oh, you didn't see? There's a part where she's outside in space, and then she's like, "I can get back to the hangar." Vroom. She like Superman's her way back in.
No, why not?
Yeah, it's so ridiculous, dude. I think
Just have the thing come up on the screen saying the Force can do that now.
Yeah. Well, apparently there's mind reading and all this other shit that they keep trying to shoehorn in, and like I said, I think that's where a lot of the reviews and stuff that I've been watching on these, they kind of come together, and we kind of had a base story, but we know what they like to do, and that's we know you wanted this story, but check out this story and check out these characters. They're more important.
Yeah.
It's like, but they're gonna be gone after this. Like, I mean, except little Leia, but.
Well, the more important question is, are the people in the stories black lesbians?
Oh yeah.
That's the real question.
Yeah, so weird. I don't know if the last one came out already or not, but I think it was supposed to be like Reva or Revan or whatever her name is. She goes and saves Luke. I was like, that was Obi-Wan's job. It's so stupid. They could have had it where bounty hunters were looking for somebody, maybe because they might have had an idea, but they introduced the whole Inquisitor shit. It's like, I don't know, man. You guys pushed it a little too far.
Oh.
But yeah.
By Inquisitor, I assume you mean our resident painter.
Oh yeah, no. I guess they're kind of like them because they were asking questions, but it wasn't anything like old Quizzy or even the Spanish Inquisition, because nobody expects that. No, but I think that's the current backlash we're seeing with a lot of these movies and current entertainment. Is I think there was the random person who posted it on Twitter, was like, please keep politics out of Star Wars. It's not verbatim, but something along those lines.
Yeah.
And, of course, Star Wars had to knock back. It's queers in the galaxy is not something or other. And I don't know. It was so stupid. I'm sitting there. I'm like, no, that's not what they mean, though. Like, people didn't like the goofy politics they tried in the prequels. They were like, oh my god, it's boring. And it's like, well, yeah. And then you get it now where it's like, nah, we got to show you all of the current political jargon, and not German jarble, and it's like,
I would say there's a pretty big difference between in-world politics and like real-world. Like, if they're talking about political struggles between like factions in the Star Wars universe, that's different to if they're shoehorning in real-life political stuff. Like in Star Trek when they had Stacey Abrams play the president of Earth or whatever it was. Right? That's different to having a political struggle, like two factions competing against each other in the story. That's different to like, taking real world events and like, hey, you like the Democrats, don't you? Well, you'd better.
Oh yeah, and it's like, and that's exactly it. It's like, we're gonna tell you the things that is very leaning on one particular side, and it's just, I've said it before, a few years ago, if it was sprinkled here and there, I don't think people would have complained.
Right.
But when it's like every fucking thing has to have this some way included, it's just, it's a turnoff. And I think it goes with, I've been hearing this new Buzz Lightyear movie bombed as well.
Oh, I heard about that.
And I guess, the media was pushing it as it's because of the lesbian kiss, but apparently it was just like a really quick, oh, see a babe, and she kisses her partner or whatever. So it's not like a really big thing to do, but because they kept like, whoa, we got this in here, it's like, but it's a Buzz Lightyear movie. What the fuck does that have to do with Buzz Lightyear?
Right. I do think that there's certain things that you don't put in kids' movies.
Oh yeah, well,
like,
especially with that, it's like, because you'll right away get the people. Well, what if Buzz Lightyear kissed a girl? It's like, well, if he kissed the girl at the end of the, I don't know, but it's just kind of, why they do it. I mean, they tell
right,
you why
they're
do
pushing
it.
the message.
Yeah.
So, no, I mean,
I don't know.
I would say you don't want romance in a kids movie. It's just creepy.
Yeah, well,
Like Buzz Lightyear shouldn't be a sexual being. He shouldn't be kissing anyone.
well,
It's not a kids movie thing to do.
well, they'll go into like older fairy tale movies, but it's like, dude, the prince kisses the princess. That is that really, like, I can understand if you're going through like a whole like, like, we're gonna show you all of them, getting, well, I guess I can't even say that because that was what, Little Mermaid, trying to figure out if they like each other without her speaking. I don't know. It's like I said, it's one of those picky and choose. And like I said, 5 years ago, if they showed that, it wouldn't have been a controversy. And if they weren't like hyping it up to be like, yeah, we got the first Pixar movie, it's like, dude, it added nothing to the movie. You could have taken it out. You took it out. Yeah. And it's still like, you still understood what the fucking movie was about. So it's like, yeah, when you're pushing it that much, you're turning people off. To otherwise it would have just been on the screen. Maybe a kid would like, hey, how come those two girls are kissing? And then you say, well, because they can. And you go about your day, eat your popcorn. Like, shut up.
Yeah.
like, it wouldn't have been that big of a deal, but because it has to be for them. It has to be as bombastic as they can make it. That's where we get the issues with.
As a general rule, if you're saying the selling point of this movie is like there's lesbians in it or there's LGBT representation, I'm going to assume there's nothing good about the movie.
Yeah. And
this is like you scraping the bottom of the barrel to find something you can put on the advertising poster. Like if you're like, this is Ghostbusters, but with girls, it's like, okay, then it's shit. Like if them being girls is the selling point, no, then it's shit.
Yeah. And honestly, we have plenty of examples to show us where it's just like I said, like Obi-Wan, when they were pushing that, like, oh, we got our first lesbian black actress and she's gonna be this really cool boss character, and it's like, okay, so you're telling me that you didn't write a good story. And here's the example.
Essentially.
Yeah, it's like, we know you, because that's why you're banking on that. And it's how many more times do we have to go through this before people get the picture?
Yeah. I do like that they claim to be oppressed while like the entire society is bending over backwards to cater to them. It's like, I want some of that oppression. That sounds nice.
Yeah. I sure as shit would. Instead of, hey, go make those donuts. It's like, oh, fuck.
Instead of being told that I'm evil just for existing because I'm a white straight male, it'd be nice if they're like, oh, whoa. You're special. We must bend over backwards to make sure everything you want is given to you. It's like, oh, sign me up for some of that oppression, please.
See, but you're lucky, because I'm assuming you are of a paler skin than I.
And I mean, my dad was Greek, so I mean, I'm not like ghost white or anything.
No.
I've got sort of like an olive complexion, but I would be considered white.
Yeah. I get it. I get it where you'll get the sympathetic white people to the minority plight. They'll look at me like, oh, you poor Latinx. Oh, woe is you. The white man is keeping you down. And I'm sitting there, I'm like, what? I just want to work, go home. It's like, get out of my back. But then then I get the Hispanics who are like, hey, ¿cómo estás? And I'm like, what? I don't speak Spanish. Pinche gringo
I've got to say, I love the word Latinx.
Latinx?
But the thing is, the thing I love about it is pretty much every Latino person I've ever seen has said, "Do not call us this." And like the lefties are like, "Oh, you poor oppressed Latinxes. No, you don't understand. This is for your own good. We have to call you Latinxes, otherwise you'll be oppressed." And it's like, "No, we find it offensive. Don't call us that." And it's like,
It's kind
they,
of
they won't change.
it's kind of a weird like, here, just put this star on your arm. Oh shit, am I gonna be canceled like Gina Carrero? It's not the same thing. Oh, I know, but my brain can fucking work properly. Well,
If
except
you
putting
stream with
sense
me, getting cancelled is always a risk.
on. Yeah.
It's me and Frosted. We're danger zones.
Speaking of danger zone, people are pissed that. See, and there's another example. Apparently, because I didn't see it. Maverick, Top Gun Maverick.
I haven't seen it either.
Yeah, but apparently it did really well. And it did so by, I guess, a decent story and I guess a lot of nostalgia, I would say.
Of course, nostalgia played a huge part, but from what I hear, they didn't shoehorn political nonsense into it, and people could just like watch it and enjoy it as a movie. And they're like, you know what? This is what I want a movie to be. I don't want it to be a lecture. I want it to be entertaining.
Yes, more movies like that that are just you know what you're getting, and it's not a bait and switch.
Right.
And again, another movie I saw like that. The past two movies that I saw that were like that was, funny enough, as an aged man, Sonic the Hedgehog 2 and fucking Spider-Man, because it was really just, I wanted to see Spider-Man fight the old villains, and I wanted to see Tobey Maguire and Garfield back.
You know, I honestly don't remember the last movie I saw.
Oh shit, for real?
I know it was on Netflix because I signed up to Netflix to watch, was it The Good Place? And then while I had it, I watched Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, and then I thought, let's watch a few Will Smith movies while I've got the subscription. So I know it had Will Smith in it because that's what I was doing. I can't remember what it was. I think there was like orcs versus elves or something, but it wasn't like a fantasy. It was like urban. I don't know. A very fuzzy memory of a very weird movie.
Wait, orcs versus elves, but it was urban?
Yeah. It was,
And it had Will Smith in it?
Let's see. Called Bright, maybe? Something like that.
Just so you know, I'm just gonna be having some poker playing in the corner of the screen.
That's okay.
Quiz paints. I play poker.
Yeah, it was Bright. That's the movie I'm thinking of. It's called Bright.
Is it an old movie?
When did it come out? 2017 it was made, so that's the last movie I saw. But I didn't watch it in 2017. I watched it like 2020 when I had Netflix.
Damn, dude. You know, one of the things I like is YouTube has free movies, and they change them out every now and then. But sometimes, like right now, they got some good ones. Like, you ever see a movie called Bebe's Kids?
I've heard of it. I saw a video reviewing it. I think, like the Nostalgia Critic or something like that.
I cannot be for sure. I might just be pulling this out of my ass because I'm weird like that. But I think the same animation studio who did that did The Proud Family, and I love that animation. I mean, Baby's Kids came out way early on, so obviously they perfected it. I don't know. The new one looks all right. But yeah, no. I was watching Baby's Kids, and then what? No. Why does my brain saying Bridesmaids? It wasn't Bridesmaids. Was it Princess Bride? Is that the one?
That's a good movie.
Yeah, dude. I was watching it. And I'm like, this is a good ass movie. I forgot about it. And I don't want to.
Yeah, I actually watched Princess Bride in school. Like, I forget why, but they just like showed it to the class for one lesson. It's like,
really?
Like, this is a good movie. I like it.
Well, I mean, it's kind of that's a bad number. I kind of The Power of Threes. It was based off a real book, though, right? I think.
I don't think so.
Oh.
I think that was a storytelling trick. They're like pretending he was reading a book as a framing device to tell the story. I don't think there was an actual book.
Well, maybe that's why they had you watch it. Because I always thought, because I remember watching it in school too, and I always thought it was because it was probably a written book, and they were like, yeah, but the movie's really good, so we'll just watch the movie. Like instead of we're gonna do a book report on Dune, we're just gonna watch Sting in his underwear.
My understanding is there is no actual book. I think it's just them using that to frame the story as a way of allowing them to skip past the boring bits. Like, you know how every time Fred Savage would say a kissing part, and then he's like, okay, we'll skip to the next good bit. I think that's why they framed it as a story, so that they could skip the boring bits and just keep it focused on the action.
Ingenious.
Pretty clever, yeah.
Damn, I should have folded.
I do like the movie. Cary Elwes is generally pretty good in I think most of the things I've seen him in.
He's Roberts, right?
What's that?
Plays the lead.
Yeah, he's Wesley.
Yeah. Yeah, I liked him in Robin Hood.
Yeah. That was another good movie. I did like Men in Tights. That was pretty good. It was even. Did you ever play a game called The Bard's Tale?
It was on Xbox, right?
Yes.
I think I might have played a little bit of it. Oh man. Oh, okay.
He was the voice of the Bard.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Holy
it was Cary
shit.
Elwes as the Bard and Tony Jay as the narrator, and like they were the two main voice actors for the game.
Man.
So that was a game that started off really, really good and then just got bad as it went on. I really liked the first hour of The Bard's Tale is awesome, and then it just kind of gets bogged down in trying to be an actual game, which it was never really good at. It was better at being a parody.
And then when they actually tried to be serious, like, yeah, no. It's like a Naked Gun trying to be a serious spy movie.
Yeah, it doesn't work.
Oh man. Yeah, that's how you get Austin Powers. So you gotta be careful. Damn it! I should.
The game did have a pretty cool ending. I mean, you get to choose like one of three endings, but you find out that the princess that you've been trying to save is actually evil.
Oh yeah.
And you can have the choice between trying to kill her now that you know that she's evil, or trying to kill the people trying to kill her. Like, stay evil and kill the good guys, or you can just say, "Fuck this, I'm out," and go to the pub.
That's a nice way to end it.
Yeah.
Go through
So
all
you can be like, I don't care about good or evil. I just want to drink, and then you don't even have a boss fight. You just walk out.
Damn.
That was, I did like that game. Well, I mean, like I said, the beginning was good, and then it kind of got boring in the middle.
They tend to do that. I don't know. Hey, have I talked to you about the new Street Fighter?
Oh, I don't think we have. That is going to be cool because I only play single player, and this actually has a single player mode. It's like,
Yeah, you see that?
okay.
And it looks kind of cool. Like, I hope it's not just that one area as like a main hub. I hope you get to go to different cities around the world. How fucking cool would that be? It's like the anime. It's like you walk up to a group of people and they're just having a fucking street fight.
I think it would have to be. I mean, the whole story as it is that you're traveling around the world beating up people. So it makes sense that would be the story of the new game as well.
Yeah. And actually, like,
I think I'm not a fan of the hip hop, so I don't like the soundtrack at all.
What? Some of it's good. I heard they released, because they've been releasing the tracks. Chun-Li sounds alright. Ryu sounds okay, but there's been a lot of people complaining in the comments about, it's like, dude, Ryu's supposed to be like this tempered force, and this music sounds too, I'm sitting there like, it's trying to fit also the style too, because you know they're pushing that whole graffiti shit or the paint.
I mean, I get why they changed it, because I mean, they're going for a different aesthetic, so the old music's not going to fit.
Yeah.
But I prefer the old stuff. I think Guile's theme is like a classic. Obviously, like it goes with everything, as the meme says.
Yeah.
The original Street Fighter 2 music, I think that holds up. I think that's still amazing. Like if you modernize it, like if you, instead of playing it at Super Nintendo quality, you like re-recorded it as, with modern instruments and technology.
That'd be cool. Like
I think you could have a really, really good version of the classic Street Fighter themes. And like hip hop is just not my thing. I'm not interested in it.
It reminds me a lot of Street Fighter 3. I think that's why I like, because I used to
play
that.
And I didn't like Street Fighter 3 either.
Oh, you didn't? Well, see, here's the thing. We are talking about current day Capcom and current day video game companies. So I wouldn't be surprised if somewhere floating around in an executive's head, hey, maybe we should sell all the classic songs as DLC.
I guarantee that will be on.
Yeah.
And I guarantee that the same way Street Fighter 5 did, you'll be able to buy classic costumes as well. So if you don't like the way Guile looks, you can pay $1, $2, and get a classic Guile skin so that he looks like he did in the old games.
I don't know though. Did they do it with Cammy in 5? Oh wait, was she in 5? Because that's the only thing.
Yes, they did. Yep.
Oh
yep,
wow.
Yep.
Okay.
You can get Cammy's classic costume in Street Fighter 5. Anyone who was in Street Fighter 2, you can get their classic costume.
That's awesome. I wouldn't mind picking the classic costumes up. I mean, even though I really like Ryu and Ken's new outfit. I like a lot of their new outfits, to be honest.
The visual design I have no problem with.
Yeah.
It's really just I don't like hip hop music. But I mean,
that's racist.
Prior to Marvel vs. Capcom 2, I wouldn't have thought I liked jazz in a fighting game either, but it worked. So maybe once I'm playing the game, I'll not mind it. But just listening to it in isolation, it's not for me.
Yeah. Yeah, I can see that. I don't know. Aesthetically, I think it looks nice. I'm interested to see how the world is. I think one or two of the songs I like. I haven't heard the other ones.
It's you want to know what's funny? I had the exact opposite situation with Guilty Gear Strive.
Oh yeah.
Where if you listen to the songs in isolation, they're actually really good, but they're terrible for background music because there's like lyrics and like it's distracting you from the actual game.
Oh.
So it's like the exact opposite situation where it sounds awesome in isolation, but terrible as background music. I'm sure that the Street Fighter stuff, I don't like it in isolation, but I'm pretty sure it'd like go to the background fine if you like fine.
Yeah, like as you're playing a match, it probably works a little bit better with it.
Yeah, but you know what I think is going to be fun? The commentary mode. I mean, I'm probably going to turn it off after like an hour, but I think that'd be so cool for like the beginning, just to have like hear all the sound bites and such.
Wait, they're gonna have a commentary mode?
Oh, didn't you see that? Yeah. So they've got this guy Jeremy Lopez. He goes by Vicious online. He's like one of the most famous fighting game commentators around. So they got him in to record a whole bunch of commentary. So that, like, let's say you do a dragon punch and it misses. He's like, oh, he's opening himself up for a punish, like that sort of thing.
Oh, that's gonna be awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't even hear that.
And apparently they're going to add more commentators as it goes, but at the moment they've only got two. One in English, one in Japanese.
Oh, bad. And see, they're going to be nickel and diming that one too.
Oh, 100%.
We
They're gonna
gotta-
be like, you know, this commentator that you like, $5 and you can have him in the game.
Yep. Ah, those dastardly people.
The thing is, people will happily pay it.
Oh yeah, especially if it's
So,
one of their favorites.
I mean, they'd be fools not to do it. There's just so much money just begging to be made.
dude, they're probably
I've
salivating.
actually
over
got no problem with them doing this. Anything that's cosmetic, I think it's fair game. You can sell it. Like if you want to sell costumes or soundtracks or commentary modes, all that stuff that doesn't actually change the gameplay, I see no reason not to sell it.
Yeah, well, especially like if we're playing a match and you have the commentary but I don't, and it's just I don't hear it. I don't think it really takes away
Exactly.
anything, you know.
It's where I did have a problem was I think it was Street Fighter Cross Tekken, that you could pay for special gems that enhanced your character in fights. It's like, oh, don't do that.
Why would they do that? that's bad.
That is insanely bad. And that's probably why that game died a very quick death.
Man, Street Fighter.
It wasn't even a bad game. Like if you took that aspect out of it, it was actually like pretty interesting. The way it worked, but yeah, once they said you can pay to enhance your characters, like, and no one's ever going to take this game seriously.
Yeah, I don't think they were really thinking about that too much, like the repercussions. I think, you know, a lot of times they have an idea and they think it's a real banger of an idea, and they just go with it. And like I said before, you know, the one thing I have against getting a lot of these things right when they come off the bat is because you're just providing them numbers, and all they're seeing is, oh shit, this many people picked it up, that must mean they like it. And it's like, well, no. It just means that there's a lot of people who can't help themselves but have to go purchase the game as soon as it fucking comes out. It's like, dude, give it a bit.
I think one of the things I really liked about Street Fighter Cross Tekken, now that I'm thinking about it, there were certain special moves where you could charge them up and they'd either turn into an EX move or a super move, like depending on how long you held it. It's like, so if you had no super meter, you could do like a super move just by like holding the punch button after you did a fireball, and then like he'd just stand there motionless, charging up, and assuming they were nice enough not to hit you out of it, you could get a free super that way.
Really?
That's a cool idea.
Yeah, that's not too bad.
Like I think it was like half a second that you had to charge it if you wanted an EX fireball, at like 2 seconds if you wanted a free super. It was like really hard to get away with just standing there charging it up. But, you know, if you can pull it off.
Is it something that every character has, or is it something that you have to equip with like those?
Yeah. So every character has one special move that they can charge up that way. With Ryu, it's the fireball. I think with Ken, it was the hurricane kick. And you know, like every character, there's like one move. You just hold it, and it either EX or super, depending on how long.
Damn.
Well, there's another thing that I really hope they include in Street Fighter 6, which is CPU versus CPU battles. 'Cause I saw footage of like someone recorded the CPU at the highest level fighting each other. I was like, oh, I didn't realize that combat into that. Oh, that's really like, it's like just fun to watch, and I hope they leave it in. I hope that's still in the game when they release it.
That's not bad. So it's like a nice little learning gimmick, or at least,
What, sir?
yeah. You see, that's that's one thing that a lot of people need, is that you're gonna learn how to play the game the hard way, you know.
Oh yeah.
But if you get chances like that, but see, that's the other thing too, is you often, if you're playing against humans, you have to find a good group of humans to do that. Otherwise, they're focused on their own shit, you know.
Yeah.
They don't want to be teaching you anything. But you have two computers going at it. You could just watch them and pick out instances and then try it on your own. It's fucking awesome.
And I really like combo trials for that as well, because they're like most of the combos are like not stuff that you can actually do in the middle of a fight. It's still like, oh, so if I hit this, I can go into that, and then it's sort of like, even if you're not going to do the entire combo because it's ridiculous, you can still be like, oh, I'll have to remember that when I'm fighting, that I can hit this and go immediately into that, and then get some extra damage that way. Yeah, I like all the stuff that's sort of indirect learning, like the tutorial mode where it's just like a slab of text saying, here's all the different, like that, no one reads those. It's stuff like combo trials and watching the computer fight itself, that's really fun.
Yeah. Plus, you could take bets on them. I mean, no, gambling is bad. You shouldn't do that.
I actually did that. Not gambling, but I ran a tournament in Blaze Blue because I had cheat engine, and I found like a cheat engine file that would let you do CPU battles, and so I actually did all 45 characters, like every pairing. So like Ragnar versus everyone, Noel versus everyone, Jin versus everyone, and like just recorded the results to see who would be like the winner, and it was S.
Nice.
It took a long time. It was like several hundred battles, but it was fun. It was just like cool. And S is apparently the character that is the best in the hands of the computer.
Wait, I'm sorry, say that again? The best one is who?
SES, the character.
Oh, yes.
That's who won the tournament. Well, the little girl with the giant sword.
Yeah. Yeah, I gotta get on that. The last few times that I should have been streaming, I was kind of lazy, and I was like, I'll just record it and we'll chop it up and edit it. Not really my style. I like doing things live just because you capture everything, but not that I really edit anything out. But no, yeah, I had a good bout with Coco the other day, and I was playing as her, the little girl with the sword.
Right.
That's not bad.
Blaze Blue is probably my favorite fighting game. Again, because it has the story stuff.
Dude, yeah, Coco was trying to explain some of that to me, and I'm sitting there like in bewilderment, like, what are you talking about? Like, I guess the umbrella or that shadow thing that turns into things, I guess it wants to bang another cat or something like that. I don't know. I have no idea what he was trying to tell me. I'm like, dude, what?
Oh, the story is like insane, but story mode is like how I think story modes should be done, where every character had 3 endings. There was the good ending, the bad ending, and the joke ending. And so, depending on the choices you made in the story, you would get one of those 3 endings. And it just kept making story mode worse. It was perfect in the second game, and then the third game they streamlined it, which they shouldn't have, and they had like 4 stories, and like they basically told you which character to play in each section. Like, no, don't do that. Then in the 4th one, it was like streamlined even further, and like there was no decisions to be made. It was just you fight who they tell you to fight. Like, okay, you ruined it. You had it right, and then you threw it away.
Man, I hate it when they do that.
The Pokemon is an awesome game, but it is not a fighting game.
Yeah, it is. Maybe he means Pokken tournament.
Even that, it's they're like, no, Pokemon battles. Anyone wants to play Pokemon Showdown with me, I will make up a team and play them. But it's not a fighting game. It's turn-based for a start.
Yeah. Yeah, it's more like a RPG battle.
Yeah, but even if you go Pokemon Showdown, where it is just the battle system, that's still not a fighting game because it's turn-based. Like, you can't have a turn-based fighting game. It doesn't work.
What is Showdown? Is that the top-down thing?
So Pokemon Showdown is a website where they say, who cares about the RPG? That's bullshit. What we do is you pick 6 Pokemon, you decide what moves they have, what ability they have, what item they're holding, how the stats are arranged. Everything that you can change about a Pokemon in the game, you can change it however you want, and then you battle other people with your custom-made Pokemon team.
Really?
It's awesome.
Is it online?
The only problem is I don't like playing strangers, so I kind of gave up on it. But yeah, as a concept, it's like, this is awesome. So if you like really want to use I don't know, Chansey, like where you've got like a 1% chance of catching Chansey in the Safari Zone, like nope, don't have to worry about that. Pick Chansey, you can have Chansey, and you can give it whatever item you want as long as there's no compatibility issues. And any move it can learn in the game, you can give that move to it. It's like very much the vision of your perfect Pokemon team. Go make that and then battle other people.
That doesn't sound bad. Could you pick?
I really liked it, but
Could you pick people
as
to
I
play
said,
against?
I don't like playing strangers, so I stopped.
Oh shit! I was gonna ask you too. See, yeah, I didn't even watch any of the game showcases this past week.
I never watch those.
I mean, I enjoyed watching them just to, whoa, let's see what they're gonna do. But recently, when they started breaking them apart, I lose all attention span. I just, alright, so who's gonna show at what time? Alright, I'll watch that. But I've just been hearing a lot of people are not happy with a lot of what's been showing so far, except little tidbits here and there. And I'm like, yeah. That's par usual, right?
I saw Final Fantasy VII Remake 2 got announced.
Did they show
People
any
were
of it?
kind of excited about that.
I know they showed Crisis Core. I saw the trailer for that. I never played it. I never really was into Final Fantasy VII, so.
I don't know. No, but I didn't like the remake a whole lot, so I'm not going to get the second one. But like, I saw a lot of people were like, "Oh my god, it's finally coming! It's going to be next year." Like, I don't know. I mean, I hope they enjoy it, but yeah, I'm not buying it.
And it's going to be just another quarter of the game.
Well, apparently it's going to be a trilogy, so it'll be another third of the game.
They're gonna have the anniversary edition come out before the final game comes on.
It's not going to follow the story of the original game. Like the whole point of the part 1 was to break Destiny so that they're not confined to the events of the previous game. So for games 2 and 3, they can do anything they want. And it doesn't have to follow the original at all. And that's a big part of why I'm not interested.
Yeah, didn't they show or wasn't there something about like time traveling or something?
Probably. It's like the story made no sense.
Maybe it was the Destiny thing that you're talking about, because I just remember seeing some reviews on it and they're like, they did this so that now they can change this and add this, and I'm sitting there like,
in the first one, what was happening was anytime anybody tried to do something different from the original game, these weird ghost things would come and interfere and make sure things stayed on track. What? And then at the end of the game, you kill the ghosts, and so now you're free from Destiny, and you can deviate from the plot as much as you want.
Oh no!
Like, fuck that! I don't want to play this game anymore.
Yeah, that doesn't sound good.
It's not. It's, I will say the graphics are amazing. Like the design of the characters is really, really good. But I mean, graphics don't make the game. It's a very pretty but very stupid story.
Um,
Plus, I don't like the combat. I don't think they ever should have moved away from real time. The active time battle. The one where you like the system they had in the original. They should have kept.
well, now it's more like Kingdom Hearts, isn't it? Where you're just roaming
Yeah,
around.
it is, and I don't like Kingdom Hearts.
Man,
I really wanted to like Kingdom Hearts. Like, I bought it and was like, oh man, this is gonna be great, and then it just wasn't.
yeah, I think. Well, no, because the second one had didn't it have the 100 Heartless battle or something like that?
I only played the first one, and I only played about like 2 hours of the first one before I gave up on it.
That's the only thing I remember of the second one. I think is that and the weird stories. That's when the story started getting weird.
I mean, I'll be honest. The only thing I remember is that I was in a spaceship shooting things down, and it's like, what the hell's this doing in the game? Like, to travel between worlds, you had to like
Oh yeah, the gummy
fly
ship.
this rocket and shoot things, and think, no, this is dumb. I'm doing it. Forget it.
The only reason I like that is because I kept making. I tried making like the Falcon, from Final Fantasy VI, and I tried making the Epic from Chrono Trigger. So I'm sitting there, I'm like, yeah, I want to fly in these things. But yeah, you're right. It was like so stupid. Why did it need that?
So no, I didn't like Kingdom Hearts, and like I was trying to like it. I was like, on paper it should have been awesome, and then I just didn't like it. I was like, so disappointed.
Yeah, no, it's a shame because you're right. It does. Final Fantasy VII does look nice, but
Yeah, I mean,
not some.
uh,
Did you see the trailer for the newest Final Fantasy? What is it, 16? I think now.
no, I didn't see the Final Fantasy 16 one, but I think I'm done with Final Fantasy. I haven't like properly liked a game since 10, like, and they're up to 16, so that's a bad run.
Yeah.
I didn't like 11 because it was a MMO. 12 was terrible. 13 is like a corridor simulator. 14 was another MMO. 15 was like not even a Final Fantasy game. It was an open world. And like the combat was like real time. It was like, no, this is not what I want from a Final Fantasy game. So
Was that the one where you're in
I
the
expect
car?
16 to be terrible as well.
Was 15 the one
This,
where you're
this
in the
game,
car?
on the other hand, looks awesome. The Ninja Turtles one.
Funny enough, this game was getting a lot of praise and oh my god, it's game of the year and as
Let's not get crazy.
well, yeah, it's a good game, but I don't see it as game compared to other games coming out. Yeah, it's a good game, but the one thing I noticed too is one guy I watch, RGT85, he was praising this. Oh, I can't find anything wrong, and and then of course there's the meme. Remember what they took from you, and they show April the cartoon, and she has big tits, and here she's smaller. But somebody made a rebuttal, and they're like, yeah, but look if she's thick, and it's like, oh. The thing I find weird is the sprite size. I think they look. I don't know. There's something about the sprites in this. It just.
Fair enough.
Yeah, something is hitting me like. I don't know. There's something weird about it. But the other thing is, dude, they messed up the theme song.
Oh, I heard that. Yeah, they did.
They like. It's it's hard to explain, but in the original it goes da 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 da, and this one is like goes up.
That's it.
Da, 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 da. I'm like, who the fuck says that? Ninja Turtles. But also the cutscenes. Like it seriously looks like they got somebody, and I don't know who did the artwork, and I really don't mean to rip on you, but it looks like you were really trying hard to get that classic look, and you just fell short. and you could totally see it in the cutscenes. It just you tried, buddy. You tried.
Yeah, I saw a guy, Maximilian Dude, is the name he goes by.
Who?
He was playing Maximilian Dude.
In
DOOD.
Oh my god.
Yeah, no, I know. But he was playing like the first 5 levels of the story mode, and it's like this looked like a pretty fun game. And I'm not going to give it Game of the Year. That's absurd. But I would buy it if it was on sale. I wouldn't buy it full price.
Yeah, I didn't either. I got it. It was 10% off if you pre-ordered it, so it was like
Oh, cool.
$20. And like is it like for $20, that's not a bad. I mean the game, like I said, the game's pretty good.
Yeah.
I like
It's
the
just that I've got so many games already that buying more that I tend to be a bit pickier. It's like, yeah, I'm sure it's good, but I've also got 1,300 other unplayed games sitting there. Is it good enough to justify spending money when I've got so many other games already?
Oh yeah. See, well, for me, I gotta divvy it up. I gotta have games that I can play when I can sit down and spend some time on it, like something like a Monster Hunter. But something like this is good for like today. Just go in the break room, fucking play it for a little bit.
I basically generally have 3 games that I'm working on. One is a fighting game. One is a simple game that I can play for like 15 minutes and then stop. And then the third one is like the proper sink your teeth into game. And yeah, so I gave up on Bayonetta, so I've got to try and decide what I want my next game to be.
What game is that going to be?
So I was thinking about Persona, but the only issue with that is I've got Persona 4. I don't know if I'm supposed to play them in order. Like if I should go get a ROM for Persona 1, 2, and 3 first. I tried playing Persona 1 and the movement was really awkward. So hopefully I can just skip it. But
do you think it's important for the story, or?
I don't know. I generally prefer to do things in order anyway, but yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It took me 20 minutes to find the hospital because I was like running around, rotating the map. Like, where the hell is this thing? And then you've got to wait for the cars to stop to cross the road, and it's like, by the time I found the hospital, I wanted to stop playing. So it's like, okay, well, clearly this is not something that I want to invest time in. I might try skipping to 4 and see if I understand what's going on. If I do, then it should be all right.
Come here, slap my hand.
Is that a car drive past? I didn't hear you.
Oh, if this dude slaps my hand, he can get some health. There you go.
I do like the Ninja Turtles. They were like one of my favorite cartoons as a kid.
Yeah, actually, Saturday morning I was watching a couple of the old episodes. Just to fully involve myself with this. And when I went to Target to pick up a gift, and I noticed that they had all the old toys and shit too. I'm like, when did that stuff come out? Because I saw the frog people, and I'm sitting there, I'm like, oh shit, yeah, I remember these guys. But it was $50. Still, what the
Jesus.
I don't like it that much.
I always liked Dexter Stockman, like the fly guy. He's got a giant fly head. I don't know why. I just sort of he's what I think of when I think of Ninja Turtles video games.
Oh yeah, with that stupid gun.
Yeah. And the mouses, the little robot mice that would like and bite you.
Yeah. those things are crazy. I watched the episode of with the pizza, the eating monster things. They're like they look like aliens, but they're yellow.
Oh dear. Mhm.
Yeah, it's crazy how some of those episodes are just fucking weird.
Oh yeah, I remember there was one where they used mind control to make Michelangelo not want to eat pizza anymore.
Oh yes, I remember. And then they finally got him, and at the end, he's like, "Oh, okay, maybe one." Shit, I think
I
it was.
crave pizza, no more.
Yes. I think it was Angry Video Game Nerd who did. They ate all the pizza, like they made a bunch of them from the TV show.
Okay.
They tried it. It's so
Guessing
gross.
they were terrible.
I can't remember which ones, like anchovy and peanut butter and shit like that. Like,
It already sounds terrible.
yeah. And I don't remember this person at all. I was sitting there.
No. I remember most of the early stuff, you know, like Bebop and Rocksteady, Shredder, Krang. I don't know who Tempestra is.
Yeah. I think she's just a means to get Tokar and Razor in here. To be honest. Have you ever seen the comics?
No.
They actually get pretty dark. I was seeing,
Yeah, I heard that.
I was seeing I was going through a bit where I was like, okay, I want to see what the Secret Wars are about. So I was watching a video on Secret Wars and all these other comic sagas, and then one was the death of Donatello, and I'm like, holy shit, they killed him off. Yeah. Yeah, apparently, and it's pretty brutal too, and it's done by Bebop and Rocksteady.
Jesus.
Yeah. But no, yeah, I was sitting there. I was like, these guys have been dark. There's a whole saga where I think it's just Leonardo, and it's called The Last Ronin, and he loses an arm, and he's just going off.
I don't know. I think because my first exposure to the Ninja Turtles was a happy-go-lucky cartoon, I don't like the sound of it being this dark.
Yeah. It's fucking crazy. And that's the thing too with Turtles is the comics are really dark, and even like the first movie was kind of dark.
Yeah.
But the cartoons were really, bright and vibrant, especially the arcade games.
Yes.
I
did like the first Ninja Turtles movie. That was good.
That was pretty good. Shit, what was I gonna say? Oh, the CG where they fight like Aztec people. That was pretty good. The CG movie.
I think that must have been a different movie. The one I'm thinking of was
Michael Bay ones.
much more like practical effects. There was like guys in costumes playing the turtles. There was no CG.
Oh yeah. No.
I still remember Splinter is dangling Shredder over the side of the building. He's like, "Death comes to us all, Orokusaki.
Oh
But
yeah.
something much worse waits for you. For when you die, it will be without honor." And then he falls off the building.
No. And hey, it gets even creepier because then all of a sudden Casey Jones is like, "Whoops!" He fucking flips the switch.
Crushes him
Oh,
with the garbage truck.
But if there's a recent Turtles movie you gotta see Turtles meets Batman.
Okay.
Holy
That
shit,
sounds weird.
that is awesome. It has the characters down pat, but having them interact with Batman and Robin, and I think Batgirl.
As long as Adam West is playing Batman, it should be awesome.
Is it Adam West? I think it might actually be what's his name from the animated series. I could be wrong.
Oh, for Kevin Conroy.
Kevin Conroy, yeah. I think it might be him.
I mean, that's more likely because I don't think Adam West is still acting.
Is he still alive?
I have no idea.
Yeah, he's not acting anymore. He's dead. That explains a lot.
He might be dead. Let me look it up. Adam West. He is dead. He died in 2017.
Ah. No more Adam Wee. Oh, sorry, Adam West. Well, on that note.
Adam West. June 9, 2017, he died.
Damn. R.I.P., sir. You
Yes.
did give us the bat dance.
the good old Batusi.
Yeah. Well, hey, we've been going an hour. I think we had some lovely chats. But yeah, I think we're gonna go ahead and close up the zoo. I don't know who's gonna be hosting next week. It's just a toss up, I guess, until
Whoever's free, I suppose.
yeah. Maybe it'll be quiz again. Who knows? But yeah, make
maybe.
sure to check out the other streams for the rest of the night. Tomorrow we got Skep Tock, and then you can hang out with Terry again on Wednesday, with Terry, Hammer, and Jen. Then you got who do we got? Johnny Hellcat.
Only on Thursdays?
Yeah, Johnny Hellcat on Thursday, and Party Night at Sanguine's on Friday, and Harry Channel on Saturday. I keep getting Harry Channel and Johnny Cat the days mixed up. I have to look at the thing
Fair
for some
enough.
reason. They both look the same. And then yeah, I'll be your host on Sunday. But yeah, hope everybody had a wonderful evening, an enjoyable show. Hope we made you chuckle a little bit, made you learn something, and y'all have a great week. Take care. Zoo's closed.
See you later, guys.
Minions of the Zoo is recorded on tape in front of a live studio audience.